I have spent my retirement years, which began in 2008, publishing unique collections of tales by authors and artists who have purposefully used their remarkable talents to confront the forces that have exploited the work and fruits of people who have been trampled upon and overlooked. The small people in fairy tales that are not really fairy tales because the fairies gave up on humans years ago. We have been left to ourselves. It is often fascinating for me to draw connections among authors and their fairy tale books, especially those from the 20th century that I've discovered in libraries, flea markets, used bookstores, and internet searches. The results of my curiosity and passion for fairy tale books have led me to write introductions or afterwords to those that I have translated, adapted, or edited. Since my essays are all serendipitously connected, I've brought many of them together in this book to demonstrate the profound and different qualities of the tales. Moreover, I want to show how explosive and relevant these tales still are. Most of the authors and illustrators, Édouard Laboulaye, 1811 to 1883, Charles Godfrey Leland, 1824 to 1903, Kurt Schwitters, 1887 to 1948, Béla Balázs, 1884 to 1949, Christian Barman, 1881 to 1924, Ernst Bloch, 1885 to 1977, Mariette Lydis, 1887 to 1970, Paul Vaillant-Couturier, 1892 to 1937, Hermine Zormoulin, 1883 to 1951, Lisa Tetzner, 1894 to 1963, Felix Salten, 1869 to 1945, Dorothy Burroughs, 1883 to 1963, Emery Kellen, 1896 to 1978, Romer Wilson, 1891 to 1930, Rolf Brandt, 1906 to 1986, Maurice Durand, 1918 to 2009, and Gianni Rodari, 1920 to 1980, have a great deal in common. They all lived through revolutions and world wars during the 20th century. They were all marginalized, left out, deleted during fascist times. They all became survivors with a mission. Indeed, they wrote and created in the hope that we would be inspired to build upon their wondrous tales and images. Their works are not dead, and I believe my essays about their works demonstrate that it is often beneficial to go back in history to learn how to move forward with a pragmatically utopian perspective. There is no doubt in my mind that the works of these writers and artists remain highly relevant today, and we might learn a lesson or two by rereading and republishing them. Laboulaye was an eminent jurist who fought against the decadent Napoleon III and wrote unusual feminist tales and political narratives that touch upon issues of oppression and authoritarianism. Many of his tales were based on oral narratives from countries throughout the world. The American Charles Godfrey Leland traveled all over the Western world to gather magical, otherworldly folk tales that he recorded and published. Kurt Schwitters, an eccentric revolutionary painter and performer in cabarets, also wrote topsy-turvy political stories that questioned normal culture and the banality of life. He was an anti-fascist in Germany. He fled to Norway and then to England, where he continued painting and writing in opposition to fascism. Béla Balázs was a highly versatile writer of poems, plays, and stories. After he participated in the failed Hungarian Revolution in 1919, he fled to Vienna, where he was hired at one point to create Chinese stories to match Mariette Lydis's Asian paintings. In the 1920s, he moved to Berlin, where he wrote his own tales and collaborated with Lisa Tetzner to write a play about a boy who travels throughout the world on the back of a magic rabbit to learn about injustice and resistance to dictators. Christian Barman wrote and illustrated 3 unusual books for children that celebrated friendship. Ernst Bloch, the pugnacious philosopher of hope, envisioned how fairy